Indian Muslim teenager jailed for getting pizza with Dalit teen girl. Rivka, Armin, take a guess at what part of India this happened in.
UP, Uttar Pradesh.
Is it Uttar Pradesh?
Oh my god, yes it is!
Quelle surprise!
I shouldn't be laughing because the state of affairs in Uttar Pradesh is horrific. But
you think they weren't laughing in the Warsaw Ghetto? Of course they were. They were making jokes. Come on, that's how you take down the oppressors. You make fun of them.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad you're here. But UP, get your crap together if it is this predictable that the most horrific crap in India always comes out of your area. Okay, let me continue. In mid-December, Sonu, 18-year-old Muslim boy and a 16-year-old former classmate, a Dalit girl, were on a harmless outing to get pizza and go for a walk. By the end of the excursion, they were both in jail for the alleged attempt to deceive her into converting to Islam under the false premise of love. The two teenagers' case is among the latest controversial enforcements of the month-old, quote-unquote, anti-love jihad ordinance in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Quote-unquote, love jihad is a conspiracy theory promulgated by far-right Hindu groups, aka Hindutva, which accuses Muslim men of perpetuating demographic change in India via converting Hindu women with deceitful marriages. The police report filed against Sonu was purportedly filed by the girl's father, although he has claimed that the police dictated the complaint to him. Her father also denies the allegations of intended elopement, and the girl claims that Sonu had never discussed conversion, let alone marriage, with her.
This is why.
Just getting some za, man.
Yeah.
It's all casual.
It is casual.
This is why India is one of the most racist countries on the planet. It's the most racist country on the planet. Empirically, yes. I mean, imagine this if this was news in any other country. Like if this was like, let's say, I don't know, like this would be on the headline news, like globally, and people would be using it as a way to embarrass like United States or Canada or United Kingdom. We're like, oh my God, look how backwards they are. But it doesn't get global attention when it happens in a country like India, because it's just like, oh yeah, this is bigotry of lower expectations, right? Muslim teen meets the other girl for pizza. By the way, this is, I was thinking, why are you saying the other girl? This is a woman. This is the mother.
This is the mother of the boy who's in jail for getting pizza with a girl. That's
imagine, okay, so imagine, like, guys, imagine if this was like American, right? Black teen meets white girl for pizza outing, lands in jail under anti-mixed racing law.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If this was the news today in 2020, imagine that. Imagine a black boy in the United States got pizza with a white girl, and now you go to jail because there's a new law in this town that race mixing is illegal. This is what's happening in the second most populated country on the planet, in one of their most populated provinces. This is the law of the
most
land.
Populated province. The province that has the highest populations of Muslims in India.
Again, if this happened to just one, happened to one person in the United States or United Kingdom or Canada, this would be an outrage globally. But it happens to so many people in India, and yeah, it's just India. Like how many? This is why people who were here before, like Joseph, that they need to go get fucked, because these laws these laws in other countries are affecting way astronomically much higher people than the things they care about in their own backyard. Like if you are a true humanist, what's happening, the anti-secularism that is happening, this whole creeping Hinduism in India, the rise of the far right in India, right? This would be on the priority list of every humanist. India and what's happening in India and China would be everyone's priority, because there's like on the scale of human rights violations that is happening in these two countries is there. You don't see it. Maybe Yemen. Okay, fine. China, India, and Yemen. Right? As a human rights as somebody that cares about human rights, these should be your highest priorities. Like North Korea.
We said it at the same jinx.
We said it at the same time. Yeah.
Okay. Like, it drives me crazy. I do not understand how more people are not talking about the fact that the world's largest quote unquote supposedly nominally secular democracy is essentially enforcing miscegenation laws. Okay, so for those unfamiliar, this law was passed, solidified, brought into law in Uttar Pradesh about a month ago. There is propositions for matching laws currently being proposed in the legislation of 4 other states in India. Okay, so this is catching on. This is gaining ground. Okay, like Armin said, it would be insane if this happened in America today. Like, it would be a global conversation that is being had. I do not understand how this is not being taken seriously across the world. Like, this
it makes me angry, because it makes me feel like several things. Like, one, people are saying, well, that's just how they are. They don't really count. They have backwards rules. They're savages, etc. And I think that in and of itself is really bigoted. And this idea that somehow the rights that I might enjoy are, okay for me, but, whatever happens to anybody else, it doesn't matter. Or they don't deserve them, or they're not smart enough, or they're, too childlike, or whatever it is to deserve these things. But I also just find it strange that people don't seem to care about what happens to other people. Now, everybody has, on a grand scale, like, everybody has their own issues that they talk about more than others, but it seems to me that a rising tides lift all boats, even if it's across the continent. And you know this from your own family. When things are going well, even in your extended family, it has reverberations back on you, because you're not suffering the consequences of the bad things that are happening. And so even if you are selfishly motivated, utilitarian wise, if people around you and your neighbors and the people involved on a world scale even are not suffering, then consequently that's going to reverberate back into, to some degree, a benefit to you.
A couple other things I wanted to mention. Prakash is saying, now another large state of India, Madhya Pradesh, has passed the same law. You will now hear cases from MP2. I need to go verify myself that it's been passed in Madhya Pradesh. I know we covered when it was introduced into on the floor of state legislature a couple weeks ago, but I need to go verify if it has in fact passed. If so, even more evidence that we have a massive problem. But I want to highlight a comment by, where did it go?
Can I do mine first?
Wait, really quick. This is really quick. Wait, Born Star is saying, India is a cool country. Y'all need to stop hating on India for things like this. God. Other countries are worse. Born Star, what about this? We literally said within this segment that the situation in other countries are worse. 1, first of all. 2, this is not hating on India. This is for the fucking love of the people in India.
Yeah.
This
Porn
is
star-
actually
this is for
liking
the protection
India.
of
Wait, hold-
Indian citizens, okay? Like, get your head out of your ass.
Yeah, porn star.
Holding
Maybe you should
people
stop.
accountable doesn't mean that you hate them. It means that you respect them. When you can't hear any offense, it's because you don't respect them enough or think that they're equal or smart enough or worth enough to be able to listen to a criticism or a concern.
It is
It's
because
out of
I love
respect and love that people say things.
it is because I have love for the people in your country that I'm concerned about laws and ordinances that are in violation of your own fucking constitution.
Okay. Okay, I think Susanna said everything. I responded enough to that one. That was good. Aryan is saying, how is it racism when Muslims in India are in a race? I think it would be more appropriate to call it xenophobia. Aryan, I think you should learn how to listen a little bit more, because I wasn't talking about the Muslims. This is about the caste system in India, and the caste system in India is based on heredity, so it is racism. I wasn't talking. We are not talking about Muslims and Hindus. Maybe pay attention to the headline. It's about the Dalit. They're a different caste.
Also, imply that Muslims are xenophobic usually, or it literally means a fear of strangers. It usually refers to a fear or distaste or hatred towards immigrants. You are actually being hateful yourself, because you're implying that Indian Muslims are not actually Indians.
Well, actually, we can just simplify the whole thing. It's just bigotry. It's discrimination. It's
also
prejudice.
But it's also racism. It's also racism. It's based on it's based on heredity. Katie saying Uttar Pradesh has 44 million Muslim, which is almost the same population as Argentina. Jeez, are you serious? Just the Muslims in Uttar Pradesh is 44. Wow, I want to. Okay, that is crazy high. There were some other comments I wanted to highlight here. I think there was some good ARN comments, because we kind of like, oh yeah, there we go. It's pure, and yeah, we agree with ARN here on this news, so that's good. So I was saying this is just beyond stupid. So now meeting for pizza is illegal. Well, not I mean, if you are a different faith, yes.
A few more comments about this case.
Okay.
So it's not explicitly that it's just about meeting for pizza. It's not that meeting for pizza is illegal. Like, let's be clear. The police said that Sonu is 18 years old, but his family claims that he is a minor. Apart from the illegal conversion law, meaning that this anti-conversion law is illegal. It is in violation of the Indian constitution, but that needs to be challenged and taken to court. Anyways, besides that, police have booked Sonu on charges of abduction and under sections of the Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act and Protection of Children from Sexual Offenses Act. So they're also basically trying him for kidnapping. Even though,
no way,
as of what has been presented to me, as of my research so far, I do not see evidence for that.
Oh yeah, there's always going to be some skepticism associated with all of this news, right? But again, imagine if oh my God, imagine if every time a black teen met with a white girl in the United States, they get accused of kidnapping. That would be oh God, this is so bad. All right, anyways.
Yeah, so like Uttar Pradesh is basically like 1943, like Deep South.
Yeah.
No, like 1920. Like
yeah, soon it's going to look like 1940 Berlin if we keep going like this. Anyways, hold on, let me see. Katie usually has some really good comments. Indian constitution was inspired from the French and American revolutions and British constitution. You bet this is unconstitutional. However, Hindutva hates the constitution. Yeah, but guys, a lot of people also from India, every time we point out to laws, like insane laws like this, especially from provinces like Uttar Pradesh, they keep saying, oh, this is not an issue because it's unconstitutional. You know, even in a country like United States, when there's a law that is unconstitutional, you know what big of a headache it is to actually move it all the way to Supreme Court and eventually shut it down. And you know how many people are going to be, their lives are going to be destroyed in the meantime until you manage to finally challenge it in the Supreme Court. Just because something is against the Constitution doesn't mean it's not like a program that automatically deletes the law just because it's unconstitutional. It doesn't work like that. It does a lot of damage even if it is unconstitutional. And also subscribe to our newsletter, because if we get removed from all these platforms, at least we could reach out to you. And guys, by the way, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you get a free copy of Why There's No... Where's your copy, Susanna? Get it. We're doing promotion. You get a free... It's not even promotion, it's free. Okay, so if you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description, you get a free copy of Why There's No God. Come on, like, I'm handing it out for free. Okay, it's a bestseller on Amazon, and you get it for free. So subscribe to our newsletter, and you get a free copy of Why There's No God sent to you. Link in the description.